pause this real quick because I think the thing is actually kind of. Yeah, it is. All right, let me deactivate and activate real quick. Which means basically I'm going to like. So the good news is last time, we did a lot. I ain't gonna lie with you. We did a lot. Oh, it was actually so good of progress. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good going in today. You know what I mean? And the good news is I don't have to worry about like, oh, you PG? Yes. You didn't know that? You see the lower right corner? You know what I mean? That's literally what my motto is basically is. You know what I mean? The cat ears, just fluffing about, me blushing and stuff like that. I'm just here. You know what I mean? Yes, I know. Everybody says it looks adorable. You know what I mean? I know people might be like, "Oh, I might not be into it's not." Yeah, I know that. I know that. I'm still trying to work on that. All right, I'm still trying to work on that. All right, I got the things for it. It's just, I still haven't got that working yet. You know what I mean? I still need to like, fix all that. You know what I'm saying? For now, it's like, I'm just here. You know what I mean? Kind of feels like I'm doing that anyways because, and besides, even if I did move, it'd probably only be like, just, light up and stuff like that. So I was like, why not just, beat the middleman and just be like, hey, yeah, get what I'm saying? Uh, well, yeah, I'm doing the best I can with like the start of it. You know what I'm saying? Or, just well, basically like, because it is tough to, do all this. I ain't gonna lie with you. It is tough. I tried to do the VTuber thing, which actually would have made me bounce a little bit more, but I somehow didn't know how to like fix all that such. I'm still, close to figuring it all out. I feel like I'm actually there. It's just I need to like think like, if the OBS will handle it. And the way my OBS has been doing lately, it's like I don't know, because you saw like there was a little bit of hiccup before I actually, started speaking, just recently. So I was like, oh, kind of hope it doesn't be like that if I have like, all this work and stuff like that. I hope not. Because if it is, most likely I need to get a new computer. And that's like, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I just look at it, just be like,
Smoky alert! Freak out!
you know what I'm saying? Because I literally just got a computer before, actually, it wasn't that. Yeah, I think it was like a reasonable price for the computer and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I feel like I want to get like one of those gaming laptops that can literally handle like a lot. You know what I mean? Like I want to be for sure that I got what I want, basically. You know what I'm saying? The good news about, the laptop I got like right now, it's like it does much better than the sure you can find one for now, don't say it.
I got a Benz for $48.
I wish. I actually do wish. Hell, actually I think some well no, that was monitors back in the 2000s. Yeah, I think the monitors in 2000s was like $48 or something like that. I think it was actually. Was they? Or was it like the 90s? Was it 90s or 2000s where there was like $48? But nowadays they're like fucking like hundreds of shit like that. I'm like, or like close to like 500 or some shit like that. I'm like, the fuck are we this expensive for? I mean, they damn sure work, but like, damn. It just makes you look at the prices and just be like, man, this is not like the 90s. This is not like 2000s. You know what I mean? Well, it's a different time, so I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, so good news you actually did say that because I actually did need to talk about the North City, which did include, of course, the Benz, which actually does include the actual car that is from that Sandler too. But we actually completed all the North City events. from like Aston Martin to Lotus. I got that out of the way. The only problem was TVR. TVR, you actually need a prize car in order to beat that one.
I got a Benz for
Yes, it's like,
$48.
you know, hold up. Okay, just to show you the car, all right? I'll show you the car. And thanks for claiming second, Gabriel. But yes, this is actually the car that's actually from that. I'm not even joking with you, Bomber. The exact same car that's from that sound effect. I'm not even kidding with you. The exact car. So, who knew? I didn't think Gran Turismo actually had the car like this with, yeah. Oh, Gabriel, thanks for the headpads. I actually did need some, just recently because I had to get the fuck off Twitter. I ain't gonna lie with you. Like, not like deactivate or anything like that, but like, I had to get my eyes off that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. But yes, we already got done with these events, so we don't have to worry about, bans and stuff like that right now. So, yeah. So that's already done. So we don't need to do that sound effect anymore, which kind of bittersweet, but yeah. I'm so tired. I was trying to stay off that place. Yeah, it really is. I ain't gonna lie with you. Shit. The good news is, like I said earlier, didn't know the person that much, which, yeah, but it just felt like, damn, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? But anyways, so we got done with the South City, got done with the West City, got done with the North City, right? With the events. And to everybody that's actually wondering about the percentage, right? Percentage of this game. You look at this and you see that there is 90% of this game finished. But during the last part of the stream, I explained something that was that actually might happen. Might. I said might, right? The key word is might. There might be a glitch with this game that makes me only complete 100% with 98%. Yeah, I mean, so if that happens and we still get like, the whole credits and stuff like that, or whatever it is comes afterwards, guess what? Boom. We can say that's 100%. But if it does go to 100%, then all right, cool. I see this game have a little bit of glitches and stuff like that, like the whole slowdown thing. The whole slowdown thing is actually, I think, all because of my PS2 that I have right now, which, yeah, the PS2 that I really got on my, bed right now is literally just like it was like the OG one, but it only works for like certain discs and stuff like that. I wish it actually played like, some other copies of games. I might actually try to see later on, but if not, I probably might just say fuck it, pop up the PS1 and maybe play the original Spiral if anybody want to see that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So who's actually interested in seeing some dragons today? Because I feel like we need like a cute game after seeing, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, not only that, so we would that'd be cool. Yeah, that would trust me. And not only that, everybody's going to hear that original sound of the PS1 because guess what? If I'm correct, it actually does work with my, whole Spiral game anyway. So basically, we could just have the smaller, system up on my bed and I could just work with that. You know what I'm saying? It will take a little bit to set up, but actually not really a little bit. All I gotta do is just hook up the system. I already got everything else. I just gotta get the little power plug fixed up, which that'd be easy. Not only that, what else? What else I'm thinking of? This, just everything all plugged up. You know what I mean? Which again, that could be easy. But yeah, the things we actually did just recently was Toyota, Daihatsu, Mazda, Suzuki, and Honda. For fair warning for Gran Turismo 2 players out there, right? If you're actually playing Gran Turismo 2, you trying to do the events, think about this. The NSX trophy, right? You need to actually go to the south side in order to do it. Well, to get the car, basically. And not only that, you got to go all the way to the South City to get, say it. basically an Acura. Basically, this is actually Honda in short terms, right? So I think like basically, for example, you get like this NSX right here, and you know that will actually help out with the NSX thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they didn't put that onto the Acura side of things, but yeah, it's literally yeah, go from America to all at once just to do all that. But yeah, so far we actually in Honda, we got done with the NSX, we got done with the Civics. Now we gotta beat the beat, right? Pun intended. This is literally a pun. I'm not even kidding with you. This is literally a pun for a game that has been made in 1999. Think about it. Pretty shocking that puns were a thing like this in 1999, right? I know everybody's gonna look at it and just be like, wait, that is a pun? Yes, it is. It is. I'm not even kidding with you. But it's beats only, basically. And not only that, the car I actually got, guess what? I literally said to myself, it's a beat, right? It does say beat. And it is one because it's made by Mug and aka Honda. So why not, tune this out and just use this? You know what I'm saying? So it actually might actually work for the event. Unfortunately, it's looking a little slow, but the good news is with the 3 million we got, well, 3.8 million that we got just recently from actually doing all the sellings from, you know, test cars over and over again, see if we can get multiple, drag cars for like 250,000, sell them off, get like a bunch of money on that one. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's see about this car right here to see if we can get it to like, working. You know what I mean? First of all, let me see if I got my, oh shit, no, don't, oh, whoops, hold up. No wonder my TV kind of looked a little off. It was not on game mode. Whoops, my bad. Go over here. Put this over here to custom. Cause I gotta do like different settings on my TV because I got like a Samsung TV and shit. I was like, why does it look a little brighter? But I had it on like, movie mode instead of game. I was like, oh shit. Whoops. But anyways, so let's see. 61 to 103, that's not much of a jump. It it's a good news, right? Not much of a jump, but guess what? A good, increase of power at least. So, right? I guess. With a question mark, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things that you celebrate, but at the same time question. Yeah. Anyway, so, Jesus, it feels like my mouth is feeling a little. Oh yeah, because I had a cough drop. Oh, never mind. I was like, why does my mouth feel colder? Oh yeah, cough drop. I'm literally thinking to myself like, why am I feeling a little colder on that place? But no, cough drop. Cough drop. But anyways, you already know the idea of what I do. I usually get everything, and I mean it, everything all fixed up, everything tuned out. That way, at least I can try to at least dominate the competition. The funniest thing is, it actually feels like it's needed in some cases, like the Clio thing, where it just felt like that car couldn't handle for shit, it was tuned up to the best I can. You know what I mean? I probably should have did like a different tune on when it came to like the Clio, because that car couldn't handle for shit. And if anybody wondering what Clio, the Renault Clio, all right, not the Oh wow, that's a good thing I moved with turbo on this one. And for some reason, every time there's an NA or a turbo thing, usually turbo feels like you get the more power. Which, if that's the case, I guess we go with that because more power equals more like speed, right? Makes sense. It really does. Some cases I've seen NA cars go wild, but there's like I don't know, for some reason this game is advertising that turbo is like the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all cars would benefit from it, but it just literally shows that it does. It just does, apparently. And not only that, I think we actually, oh yeah, we actually got, oh, speaking of Honda, all right, we actually got done with the Civic events too. I was literally about to, poke somebody, be like, hey, we're about to do the Civic events. Uh, since we already done that, I'm like, oh, well, can't really say that now because, yeah, I think I actually did that last thing. Did I do that last? I think I did, actually. I think I did. I can't remember. But yeah, if everybody's agreeing that Spiral Dragon would be the first thing, to do after I get done with this game, that's as soon as I have the time. Yeah, I do that. You know what I mean? I was originally going playing Apex, but after that little thing that was, talked about on Twitter, yeah, it'd be best to do Spiral Dragon. I ain't gonna lie on you. It'd be best to do Spiral Dragon. And besides, guess what? Don't have to worry about anything with Spiral Dragon being like, fucked up with that situation. Because guess what? I'll be playing on the original PS1. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I will try to show everybody 100% playthrough of Spiral. 1, 2, and still trying to find it. 3. You know what I mean? I was literally, trying my damnness to try to find Spiral 3. I don't know why I can't find Spiral 3 for some reason. You know what I mean? It's just sitting somewhere, and I'm just like, fuck, where is it? But yeah, just show proof that she got done with the Civic Race, and show proof that I got done with the NSX things, got done with all that. So today we're gonna be doing beat Type R. Now Type R is actually a lot of stuff apparently. I think I actually kind of I think I did. I hope I didn't, because if I did, that'd be bad. Hold on, let me check real quick. See, actually I did not. I did not. But it said Type S. So actually, you know what? I could just say fuck it, just do this one. Hold on. What's this Civic look like? 336 or the I don't know. Should I actually do a Civic? Should I actually do a Civic? But I had to beat an NSX. I ain't gonna lie with you. That's wait. Oh, that's racing modification. I can't do that. Oh, that means I have to do the other Honda then. Actually, still. I think I did. Ah, shit. Dang. I'm kind of regretting that right now. Well, it might not actually be part of. True. Yeah, it did say yeah. So I guess I'm just. You know what? Let's just see if this gets accepted. It did. Well, it was a mugging beat, but all right, cool. It got accepted. So you know what? Hey, I accept that. I do accept that. Anyways, let me get my tuning thing up real quick so I can actually get my. Let's see. I need to get my whole tune, up here because I do this for like every car. It doesn't matter how slow the car is, how fast the car is. Speaking of, we got a good course over here, Midfield Raceway. I actually be really good for the beat because guess what? Car's not too fast, so it might go around the corners with ease. Might. Not saying it's gonna be the best thing ever. Last time I said, a car was gonna go around with ease, it was doing a lot. You know what I mean? So let me actually tune this real quick. I know this actually gonna be kind of repetitive with like, this, but the good news is, luckily, it gives me more time to actually tune the cars instead of just be like, oh, hey, let me just go in and just go in. You know what I mean? It just gives me more of like a thinking process. Like, you playing like an RPG. You just think like, oh, do I need magic for this or do I need this or that? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Or do I need like, items? Do I need, all of this? You know what I mean? It's kind of like that type of process. You know what I mean? But with like tuning a car. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? uh, but yeah. All right. Fucking beat versus all these other beats. Let's beat the beat. Yes, that is a pun. So to anybody that's literally looking at me thinking I said it, no, it was the game itself. But this car is not really looking too fast at all. Like I said, it's actually gonna be good around the corners if it's gonna be like this. But I expect this car to go around this course most likely with 2 minutes. So we're not going at 100 just yet. Or maybe at all. Oh wait, hold on, but the speed is kind of kicking though. Getting almost there, but God, the grip is just, oh. This small car is just doing a lot right now. I ain't gonna lie with you. The grip is there, I like it, but with how slow the car is, it makes it kind of like uneven. You know what I mean? Performance-wise. And going up a hill is not a good idea. Oh, Jesus. This car does not like going up a hill, which makes sense. I mean, this is not a truck. If it was a truck or something like that, then yeah, maybe it'd be good doing that. Or maybe like a bigger car, but this is not. This is literally the Honda Beat. And for some reason, apparently this car wants to dominate. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, if this car wants to do it, go for it. Hey, we finally hit 100 miles an hour. Look at that. The good news is, luckily, with like how the speedometer thing's going and stuff like that, everybody can still see like if I'm going 100 miles or not. There's the one thing that pops up on the side. But the good news is with this game, luckily, you don't have to worry about like, oh hey, I can't really see this. Guess what? See this right here with the right corner? You get to see my highest speed anyways. So literally, you don't have to worry about like if you have to guess or not. You know what I mean? That's what I love about Gran Turismo 2. Like Gran Turismo 2, they literally say what your highest speed is, so you don't really have to be like showing people off like all the time. You know what I'm saying? With like the lower right corner. It was either like, I put myself on the left, be kind of covered up by like the alerts and stuff like that. Cover up the course, right? Or just say like, cover up the speedometer. There was literally no place for me to actually place my, BG model. You know what I mean? Not at all, unfortunately. And with racing games, it always becomes like, oh, hey, I got a good idea of where to put this, you know what I mean? Now, the good news is, if I was playing, like, Gran Turismo 7, think about this, I probably would have had a good place to place my base, because guess what? The speed thing is at the middle, instead of, like, instead of, like, to the left or to the right, you know what I'm saying? But this is one cute car, though, like, I know it made like a little bumpy error at like one moment, but it didn't seem like it was that big of an error at all. And this car apparently wants to drift to the end. I don't know why. Hold on. This cute car wants to drift. Hold on, wait a minute. Don't do that. But anyways, the highest speed we had was 110, which, hey, I take it. This car was tuned up behind it anyways. So why not just use that and guess what? Get us a successful victory. So hooray. And get like only 3,000 out of it. Which I know people gonna be like, yay. Like the seagulls from SpongeBob. It was, uh, after Sandy whooped the ass, those seagulls just celebrated it. You're saying, hooray. That low anticipation in the voice when they say hooray. Just, they sound so dead inside. I'm not even kidding with you. If you think I'm joking, you can look that episode up and just see those seagulls just saying, hooray. I'm like, damn, Jesus. They sound like they got defeated spirits or something. Like, damn. Hmm. I know that one song says it smells like Team Spirit, but they ain't got none. Shit. I mean, they did get their ass whooped. I ain't gonna lie with you. So it was like, yeah, it makes sense. Anyways, let's see. Ah, yes. I did think this one didn't actually. Okay, so you know what? It looks like we don't have a Type R. which I know people gonna be like, but you have a whole bunch of muggins. This actually will work too, but it's a racing modification, so I can't really use it. So unfortunately, I might have to sell it. Well, that car too. So unfortunately, that car gotta go. So unfortunately, gotta check to see because I have a whole bunch of already here. Well, a Type R that's a 207. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I might actually use that. I might. So you know what? Fuck it. If we have one, I guess we just use it. You know what I mean? But not only that, we got another one. We got this one too. We got the Tegra Type R here. We got the Civic Type R here. Is this a? Oh, it is. So we actually. Oh, I didn't sell it. I did not sell it. We do have a Civic that's in play. Oh, did I do the Accord or the Civic? They both Type R's. Do I have anything else that's like? I know people probably be like, "Oh, this count as Type R?" I don't know. Let's see, sir. Sometimes you need to change it. Yeah, sometimes. Wait, did they just say this muggin Accord is 30? Okay. This actually could give me an idea. Here, this could give me an idea. Now, I know people go be like, wait a minute. You're actually not going to use the NSX? I think I'm not. I think I'm not. I think I'm literally going to have a change of heart and go with the Accord. I'm sorry to say, but I'm not trying to spend like 100 or something. No, 1,000 with like the Accord, not Accord, the NSX. Anyways, how's your day, Warhorse? I hope your time zone's going well. Anyways, let's see. Can it actually get to? I mean, it could get to 270. I might see if I could, like, see how fast, not fast, far this car can go. I mean, see if this actually works like that. If not, I might see the 300 one that I got. They're both the same car. So I'm like, will it work? Actually, you know what? Let's actually see. So let me actually get this thing real quick. Go back to the whole event thing. See the little replay thing and check real quick because if I actually play this wrong, I might actually, be fucking up here. You know what I mean? At the moment. But actually I did stop myself. So basically it'd be like, okay, change of plans, you know what I mean? Go to like, what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see a Tegra Type R, Civic Type R, Accord, SX93. Want to do all that. Accord. Okay, so I see the Accord, and I think, yeah, it did say Type R. So it feels like I got it. It feels like I got it. So I'm going to tune this car up just in case. Actually, I'm going to tune both cars up. How about that? Both of them, right? Or just say, fuck it. Go grab the other one and see if it actually works for that. You know what I mean? What was the other one that I was looking at? No, not that. Not that. No, 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 not that one. That's wagon. What was the other thing? Was this one? Yeah, this one. Mug and Accord. I'm gonna see if it actually does work. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna say let's upgrade the other thing, use that. But if this actually does work, we're doing this one. You know what I'm saying? Let's actually see. Okay, yeah, we use another one. All right, cool. Nice to know. Nice to know. Nice to know. I was literally thinking to myself, like, yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen like that, but unfortunately, well, it is what it is. So, core type horror, here we go, I guess. This thing, if it actually does good, guess what? We will literally beat the impossible, guess. I guess just beat the NSX with a Accord. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. God, sometimes you gotta chop the head off a dragon if you can. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like video game wise. I ain't talking about like anybody in here that's like actually a dragon. I didn't mean y'all. All right, I did not. All right. Anyways, 323. It actually got a little bit more power than the Accord, so I can kind of work with this. I kind of work with this. You know what I mean? Kind of work with this. I do hate to say this, but the highest, performance thing the NSX can do is 400 horsepower. No, okay, not exactly 400, but if I'm correct, 423. So it can kind of get up there to like maybe like 400, 500, one of those things. This thing only got up to like 323 or something like that. So it's like, it's going to be up for a tough task. I ain't going to lie with you. As long as it ain't no, like, say like test course or some shit like that, we good, probably. Because guess what? More corners, probably the more we can beat that car. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense, right? It does. I know it does. I know people gonna be like, well, it still might not work out that way. I'm like, look, first of all, I'm trying to not do the NSX again. Because the last NSX I had did terrible handle wise. So terrible. So I'm like, you know what? Let's actually do change it up. So you know what, Wars? We're actually doing that. We're actually gonna do that, right? And I know Twitch chat is just like, yeah, maybe changing it up would be a good idea. It's like, instead of just going like, the whole meta thing that probably happened during that race. You know what I'm saying? So why not be different? You know what I mean? Why not? And it actually could work for win. Who knows? But if I still lose, guess what? I'm gonna have to get an NSX. Y'all with me on this? Y'all believe in underdogs, right? Shit. Could be like an RPG tale where it's like, oh, we lost all hope or something like that. And then this one character that's on the side that you didn't expect to be good, yeah, becomes great at the end. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know. For some reason, I do like those stories. Well, sometimes. Not all the times, but like some stories could be written very well like that. You know what I mean? Really. I'm not even joking with you. I wish I was. I wish I was. But anyways, let's go to the type I mean. I pressed the wrong damn thing again. Jesus. Oh, damn. Somebody bonked me. Good thing. I went to the wrong thing again. Not again. All right, let me exit that real quick. I know people gonna be like, but you're not even in. Yes, I know. I kind of fucked up on that part. I need to not do that because guess what? If I actually want to beat this game as fast as I can and get the spiral, guess what? I need to actually just, not fuck up. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know people gonna be like, but you didn't even play it smart. Yes, I know. I want to surprise people, right? I want to surprise people. And not only that, I actually have a good time with Spiral too. I probably will. Who knows? I do know one thing. I'll probably be, collecting lives like it was like fucking Sly Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Oh, alright. Tune this over here. I do wish I could actually. But actually, the good news is, like I said, as soon as we get to like Gran Turismo 3, we don't have to worry about that shit. Because we can actually, turn off all the DMCA music and just, that. You know what I mean? So as soon as we get to like Gran Turismo 3, it'd be great. You know what I mean? On that part, at least. Hell, I wish in Gran Turismo 2 did the same situation, but they didn't. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Anyways, Honda Accord, come on, do your thing. It would be hilarious that NSX. Gee, they're not here. They're not here. Oh my goodness. By the look of the draw, the NSX is not here. Well, I can't believe this skipped town. Well, they was afraid to challenge me. They was afraid. They were scared. They were scared. They was too scared. So guess what? This Accord can actually do their thing then. If that's the case. Feels good. But the Accord behind me is really trying to catch up with my ass. I ain't gonna lie with you. So definitely the way it looks like the NFX would have beat my ass. Because that intersection would not let me go at all. I don't need a little bit more speed with this car in order to, really, beat that intersection if that's the case. Good news is, the intersection is not here, so I'm good. It's a good drift right there. Ooh, shit. The cord really showing up, aren't shit. Right, trying to chase my ass down, shit. Oh, thank goodness for FF cars. I was like, I'm going to hit that rock. Nope, I didn't. If I did, I would have hurt her. But I didn't. Oh, thank goodness. This car really saved itself from that. Not from that. That's one thing I hate about going to that trial my own reverse. Oh my god. The Integra is literally trying to, okay. Like that Integra. I don't know why I keep on referencing one song every time I see a Black Hat Integra. Like, well, I mean, it was a lyric to a song that was done in like, I think, was it 1996 or some shit? Or was it like Light On the years? I can't remember, but like one of those years, you know what I mean? If you know which song I'm talking about, thank you. At least you know. Anyways, what about it, Tippy? How's your time zones? Hope you woke up pretty well. Sleepyhead. No, the competition will still be tight because, this car does not have, like, the 400 horsepower or 500 like the NSX got. But, I mean, it ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. It's looking pretty comfortable to the end, you know what I mean? Only thing I really hate is this corner right here. It actually really fucked me up worse than the... Yes, fucked me up worse than the, one in the, straightaway where you go, across this area right here. You know what I'm saying? But, the straight course, the forward course instead of reverse. I don't know why I said straight. What the fuck did I say straight for? Straight? Uh... Anyways, we got the Type R placed down at least. So the only thing we need to hunt down is the S2000, which is a very iconic car. If anybody's seen the S2000 before, you most likely have. I ain't gonna lie with you, it doesn't matter where. You most likely seen a Honda S2000 before. Most likely the color yellow too. So, yeah. I know people will be like, well, was the other colors for like the Honda S2000? Yes. Yes, it is. But this was actually the first time I actually, saw the S2000, right? Was this color right here. Let me get it with you. I think I've seen other S2000s before, but I think it was the same color. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It's just like everybody loves to like use that color. You know what I mean? I could use like the. You know what? Let's yeah. Let's do it. Let's give. Oh, yeah. This is Like I said, I told you that. Mm, golly, OBS is really fucking up right now. Oh yeah, plus I did start at like 1 in the morning. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. As soon as it's 1 in the morning, it's the worst. Yeah, true. So as long as I get to like 2 in the morning, I'm good. I'm good. But I'm actually doing worse than what I was doing last stream. The good news is it's still almost like the same numbers. It's just, oh God, it's just like the OBS is really fucking up again. I hate that. The way it looks like you know what? If that's the case, let me just do this real quick because I hate to do this. To like kind of do same old thing like I did before. Was like probably like when I played Ratchet and Clank during the whole PS Plus streaming thing, which that sucked. I mean, the good news is like I found a fix for all that, but it's just like damn, can my OBS really actually be better right now? Because why is it actually doing worse than like yesterday? Actually, not really. Well, yeah, I can still say yesterday because true. Yeah, okay. But basically, like, the last stream. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's see if this got displacement. Doesn't it? Force chip, 316, 326. This car is really gonna be something. I ain't gonna lie with you. This car's not like that. This car has history too. Shit, this S2000 has been in so many racing games. You know, like if you've seen a racing game with Honda, you most likely gonna see an S2000. Either that or a Civic. One of those two. Because people love Civics. Like I have literally seen more people drive Civics out here than enough. You know what I mean? You see that mostly everywhere. You know what I mean? No, well, Civics, not the S2000s. If you see a whole bunch of S2000s out here, it's most likely you know, these, S2000s, like, the ones that came out like 1999 and stuff like that, but not like, the newer ones. I mean, they had like I think like a 2009 S2000 and something like that, right? But it really wasn't as popular for some reason, which was kind of confusing that, the S2000 for like, that time was not too popular, which, huh, makes you think like, what happened? You know what I mean? It kind of like, I guess just fell off the earth. You know what I mean? So I haven't heard of this 2000 like forever actually, which damn, I just realized that we haven't heard of the S2000 in a while. And I did say the last one was like 2009. So that was like, damn, that's like actually more than 10 years that we haven't heard about this car. More than 10 years, which, hmm. But this car has actually been iconic in racing games. I ain't gonna lie with you. But I'm gonna see how it handles again. You know what I mean? Because I think I played with this 2000 in some some racing games. I think I was like okay with it, not like the best at it, but the good news is, luckily, we get to see if I really, you know, got shaped up with the S2000. You know what I mean? Feel like I have, but I don't know. I don't know. The funniest thing is, there is actually a few S2000s in like Tokyo Street Racer as well, which I'm like, damn, I just realized that, yeah. But here's the thing, nobody hardly ever uses that car in that game. I'm like, look, like that car booty cheeks or something? I mean, looking at all the other, you know, cars out there in the, oh, shit. Oh, what's the other one? Oh, the spoon. Okay. You do the spoon to represent Gran Turismo. I might want to represent Gran Turismo, to be honest with you. And I could do it in the yellow color too if I need to. Actually, ain't this same type of color of a car was on the cover? Not the cover, but like the CD cover for like, uh, oh yeah, I think it was actually. So you know what? I might as well use that then. But that's when it comes to, race modification thing. I don't need to do it right now because I need to do the normal race first before the racing modification. You know what I'm saying? Because if I jump the gun, I can't really do the other thing. I most likely have to buy another car. I don't want to do that. I know people will be like, "You got 3 million? It ain't gonna affect you." Look, trust me, last stream I went down to like under 1 million. So yeah, I'm not trying to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? Besides, I'm trying to at least, oh, wrong short. I mean, they didn't have to do that, but all right, cool, I guess. Why they give them the fast cars such short time? But you know what? Eh, they want me to get done as fast as I can. So I mean, why not? Why not give Gran Turismo, a pat in the back on that one? It's like, you know what? Yeah, I did say that. So I would literally, take that as a victory. You know what I mean? Like this game is just like, look, you want to go through this as fast as you can, right? I'm gonna try to give you these courses. Then I'm like, I mean, you don't have to, but all right, cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not really pressuring them to do that, but I mean, when it happens, I guess. It did say random, so I mean, it's like, I guess it's the luck of the draw. It's like streamer luck or some shit like that. Everybody keeps on saying that was like, Asian and stuff like that. Even though I have not played. Well, actually, if you think about it, with all the stuff that's happening with the Apex and Fortnite and stuff like that, it does give me an opportunity to play. Oh, damn, yeah, you're right. Damn. I wish it didn't, but unfortunately, yeah, sucks. Not only that, unfortunately, I'll be able to free reign with the game that's going to come out later on today for PS Plus. Which that sucks. I didn't want to, but it's like, yeah, I have to see that news. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'm like, well, damn. I did again, like I said, I didn't want to at all. I didn't. I looked at that game. I'm like, can I at least play the single player thing of this, please? I don't want to play like the online stuff. You know what I mean? The last game they had, they force you to do online stuff for like some things. I hate that shit. I really did. I really did. I'm not even joking with you. But if there's opportunity for me to be like, hey, I don't have to do a whole bunch of shit with this, then all right, I'm cool with that. I'm really cool with that. The good news is it does give me an opportunity to like test out, a little bit of settings on my DualSense Edge controller. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, he might not actually be too mad about this. You know what I mean? So that's 2000. It looks like it's actually doing pretty good speed. Pretty good speed, pretty good with the handle. It looks like a car that looks like it could be top notch. You know what I mean? Just like usual. Like this car was top notch anyways. For the streets, the race courses, you get the idea. Even just being comfortable and just relaxing with the top down. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a convertible. It is a convertible. Should I actually use this for the? Oh, yeah. True, I should have. I really should. I really should, but I didn't. I really didn't. Not only that, have you seen a convertible that can literally be a racing modification too? I mean, that is kind of hilarious to see, but it is the thing. At least with this car, apparently. I wonder if there's actually. Oh, that'd be hilarious just to see how. You don't do it at all because guess what? Them like endurance races and stuff like that. Nah, you don't want to do that at all. But there was some cars that are actually kind of like convertibles out there like that. I think race car drivers usually have just closed tops. That way they don't have like everything, fuck with them. You know what I mean? Like think like okay, like think if a bird hit the backside of your head out of nowhere while you're racing. That would be fucked. You know what I mean? That'd be completely fucked right there. I'm like, man, shit, that would suck. There's a whole bunch of spoon. A whole bunch of spoons out here. It's like a whole bunch of spooning out here. I realize what that context leads to. You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Do get to see how fast this car go. I wonder if this car actually. Oh, it does actually. Nice. Wow, this car is actually really getting up there though. Okay. No wonder people love this car in Fast and Furious. This is really okay. What if this car can actually hey, around this corner, kick it. How about that? It's 2000. I know you can. I know you can. Because look at the top speed this car got during this whole lap. You know what I mean? You would be shocked to see this. 193. I'm here just like, yeah. If this can reach 200, I would love to see that. Just don't need to like fuck up there in that last bit of that corner. You know what I mean? We might be able to see it. Might be able to. I see a little slowdown. I'm like, all right, come on. It's almost getting. It almost reached it. Almost. 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 I don't think it is. Damn. There's a good shot it can. There's a good shot if it had just a little bit more power. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. The top speed of this car was 197. 197 with the S2000. It is not even 500 horsepower either. Not even. So you know what? That is the huge shock of the day. Is this S2000? Love it. Didn't think S2000 would actually do all that, but hey, take it. I would definitely take it. But after that, does mean we actually got done with another car company. Actually got done with Honda. Actually got done with the VTEC, the Mug, and all that. So we got done with that. So next up, I should not be Honda, will be Subaru, then Nissan, then Tamkura, and then Mitsubishi. So right here was Subaru. Does anybody remember Subaru with the ASAC clones? Okay, maybe not, because that car is not really that noticeable. Oh, excuse me. But I bet you everybody knows the Impreza. The Subaru Impreza, to be honest with you. This car has been out for a while. I mean, a while. That's Impreza. Oh my goodness. Actually, I think they still make Imprezas nowadays, which is kind of shocking. Usually be thinking like they make more Mitsubishi Evolutions, years after, but they stopped at 10. I don't know when they stopped with the Imprezas because, yeah. But the first thing is a Cyclone Challenge. Here's the funny thing. I had to go all the way over here to the used car thing to find an SBX. This is basically aka the Cyclone. Why is it not named like that? I don't know. But this is the car that it is, basically. And not only that, here's the bad news. This will actually be one thing you have to keep watch of if you're playing this game. This car does not be on sale as soon as you start the game. So that really fucks with everybody. So how far you got to go out there? Well, I went. I had to go so far out there. I had to go far to like almost like 300 days to find this car. 300 days in game, not actual days. If you had to wait 300 days, in real life, that would have sucked. That means we would have been in this game for a while. But 300 days in game, which doesn't take too long. All you have to do is just like one race. If you do that little strategy, they're like, test course, just run that course over and over again. You can, skip through days easily. You know what I'm saying? Till you see this car, right? Now, the good news is it's not that expensive a car. So, hooray. Good news is I already got one. I grabbed one just recently before. I was like, yeah, let me just, grab this the way I don't have to, yeah, that way I don't have to miss out on it. So, here is the SVX, aka the base clone. 231. That's not too bad. 3,000, pounds. It kind of feels like, the Toyo Supra that we had, actually at the start of the game. You know what I mean? So feels like it, feels like it. But you know what? Let's see if it actually, runs better than a Supra, I guess. But anyways, let's get this tuned up. But first of all, I need to see the racing modification with this thing. They did say they had a racing modification, right? Yeah, there we go. You only see like blue, yellow, and green. Hmm. I might actually do green here. I'm sorry. There was no other color for that. I kind of wish there was like a pink or something like that, but there's not. But anyways, they actually get everything all fixed up. And as soon as we get done with that race, guess what? All we had to do, come back to the little dealership thing, put that racing modification on, run back out. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, this car has NA. Okay, I see that. So anyways, let's get that, you know, in a row if that's the case. So anyways, first off, we're starting off with 250, which pretty good. This car is already in good standards anyway, so it's already good. So like, what else do you want? You know what I mean? You just asking for more power. You know what I'm saying? Which I am. I am. I'm not even joking with you. I am asking for more power. You know why? Because I need that adrenaline. You know what I mean? Got like initial D. Shit. Uh, God, I don't know why I have initial D songs in my head right now. You know what I mean? I need to actually get back to watching initial D. I really do. I know people gonna be like, wait, how'd you know the songs then? Well, I just look up playlists. I just literally see, what type of songs they got. Good music though, ain't gonna lie, for sure. Good fucking music. Anyways, 349 with this. Almost went up by 100 horsepower. Actually went up by like 99. Exactly. And then we got, wait, that went up to 360. Yeah, lead. One. It's one hell of an upgrade. Shit. Alright. It didn't go up by 10 again? Jesus. Alright. Has actually more power than the. Yeah, it has more horsepower than S2000, which that's wild to say. Huh. Huh. Okay. Well, shit. I was literally thinking to myself, like, alright. I guess S2000 probably won't be outperformed. But you still got like Nissan and stuff like that on the. Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind. But same time, it's like, I didn't think a Subaru was going to be doing that. Maybe the Impreza can too, because, the Impreza is known to be, really quick with things too. You know what I mean? Because didn't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Speed King for Import to a Challenge was literally a Subaru that can literally blast your ass. You know what I mean? I know people will be like, really? You sure about that? I think some Subarus can actually reach 200 miles an hour. I know people will be like, that's bullshit. If you do it just right, yeah, you could. Yes, you could. I'm not even joking with you. Would I actually do it? Nope. Fuck no. You already know my answer. That is fuck No. But I mean, just making it look good and stuff like that. Probably the